Here we go. I made some chicken. Some grilled chicken. So anyway, guys, I need to...
This is now the Zeke Eats channel.
Yeah. I have to
And start doing mukbang videos.
There we go. There's everybody. All right.
No recording with your mouth full.
Yep. All right. Here we go. All right. Anyway, you guys can see me on camera, but if anybody else wants to pop up video, that's fine too.
Taste test.
Mm-hmm. Shows you just how relaxed the hangouts are. So anyway, green Zenico furniture, Scott.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, I may have ordered a full set.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What you putting it on?
I haven't decided what's going on yet.
He's got an M1 Grand he's trying to pimp out.
Oh, that'll work good.
I don't even know it's on my list.
Hey, does anybody have a crank?
I'm not paying $1,600 for a grand.
Or a crank.
You could have bought mine for $1,000.
Crank, I would.
Yeah.
Because I know I could turn around, put it on Gunbroker, and flip it for twice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Which is sad.
Yeah, I sold my M1 last week.
Yeah.
You sold your M1?
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
How common are SKSs over there, Zeke?
What's that?
Oh, how common are SKSs over there?
They're illegal.
You got a lot of them?
Let's not advertise them in California, please.
Ah.
It's all right. I already told everybody.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post about the gun show meetup.
Yep. There's a couple guys that might. My big thing is, none of the gun stores or anybody want to actually talk to me on camera. Nobody wants to talk to me on camera. They'll talk to me, but they won't talk to me on camera.
They're in California. What do you expect?
Well, it's not so much they're worried about what they have. It's just they're worried about saying something and drawing attention to themselves.
Yep.
And unintentionally drawing attention to themselves, which...
And then having the state of California up there.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't blame them. But at the same time, I'm sitting here looking at all these people that really love guns. Around here, I'm known as the machine gun guy now, I guess, but...
Wait, what?
Yeah, the machine gun guy, because everybody knows I build AKs.
Yeah, well, that's not a machine gun until it's
Don't matter,
automatic.
don't matter.
They're Californians. They don't know any better.
But anyway...
As New Yorkers.
There's a lot of people out here that have them, but what good's something in the closet that you're never gonna bring out?
That you get in trouble if you bring out.
Mm-hmm.
And if the California police are ratting you out,
they'll still arrest you for having Freedom Week mags.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised FPC hasn't got a lawsuit on those guys for doing that.
Oh, they have.
Mm-hmm.
And every year, Freedomworks a big kicker in California's face right now.
Well, the biggest is the New York case if they rule in our favor, because then the whole country will be shall issue.
Yep.
Well, the whole thing is it's a shame we have not had an attorney general out about on the federal side of things with a backbone in a long time. Could you just imagine what would happen if we had an attorney general that believed in the Constitution, that immediately filed charges against the governor of California for violating the Second Amendment rights of his citizens?
Yep.
Well, could you imagine how bad it could have been if our current one had gotten on the Supreme Court?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'd be pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why I say some of the things that I do. It's like I believe things are pretty much over. It's, that's how I feel about it. I mean, the Republic died.
That circle doesn't know it yet.
We are in a post-constitutional America at this point.
I would tend to, I tend to agree.
It's kind of like that guy in New Jersey that won't concede the election and just miraculously 12,000 votes are magically found days after the election.
Guess what I got finally? A
whiteboard?
Whiteboard.
Yep.
That's great. Now you can draw as stick people.
Yep.
Play hangman.
I tell you what, we're doing a hangout tonight. Let me draw you guys a picture.
Better not be a middle finger.
I'm drawing you guys a really cool picture. You can talk amongst yourselves.
I bet he's drawing a penis.
He's smiling, so it's close.
He's going to send us all the dick pic.
Oh boy.
Don't give him any ideas.
All the states need to file the Article 5 shit and take the power
Right
from
there.
the federal government.
Bada bing.
I bet.
That's a pretty good
California.
picture.
Where's the small guy though?
Oh shoot.
You trying to tell us you bought a house in California?
Right there. There's the smog. Yeah, actually I did.
You did not buy a house in California.
What? That's Panic in Warsaw's voice. Yes, I did actually.
Oh, you're ruining my heart, man.
I'm ruining your heart.
Yeah, I'm bleeding already.
No, California, no! How could you take my Zeke? No, I mean, I figure somebody out here's got to have some balls, and it may as well be me.
So what? You're gonna move to California now out of Illinois?
Yeah.
And
Looking at the new California governor.
Yeah, that way I can actually sue them for infringing on my Second Amendment rights and make a huge deal about it, like I did the cable company, ruining my lawnmower.
Oh, man, I'm gonna be missing you now.
I'm going to buy
What
the
do you
parts
mean?
kit.
You're here talking to me now.
Yeah, it's not the same up in person.
You can see him in person.
That's Warsaw's problem. You don't want to go to California, period.
Yeah.
And really, I can't blame him.
If you're going to go to the land of granola, please give me your non-California compliant stuff. I'll take care of it.
I
I
ain't
might
going to
even
California.
I might even put it to work.
What's non-compliant? I already welded on nuts on the end of my AK muzzles and made them all compliant.
How about all your 30-round mags?
They're pinned at 10 rounds. And I already got bullet bonds on everything, so we're good to go.
Zeke, if we really knew you were going to do something like that, there would be an intervention.
I know.
What about the fin grips?
Huh?
Taking vacation
What
time.
about fin grips?
Fuck the fin grips.
My thin grips? No.
Fin grips.
No. Hell no. You know, it is so screwy, the laws here. I mean, you know, I've got... There's the town I'm in, there's a handful of gun stores. One of them is 9 years behind on their paperwork, and they're finally getting looked at by the ATF and shut down because there's no way in hell they can, go back 9 years and contact everybody and bring them all in to fill out the paperwork properly.
Wait,
And-
9 years of paperwork?
Yeah, 9 years of paperwork.
Holy
So they have been behind on paperwork for 9 years. They're subsequently going out of business. So I went in there and I was talking to the dude and I was like, this is a pretty nice little shop here. I like what I see and pretty cool. I told him, I'd like to do a little video on you, and he's like, well, I'm gonna be out of business in a month. And I'm like, what?
Is he a Black Friday sale today?
No, he wasn't. I mean, I felt bad for him. I didn't want to. I mean, he didn't have anything I was interested in anyway, because it's all AR stuff. But and then there's another dude in town. He sells like 80% parts kits. Like, I walked in there and I'm like, dang, I've never seen so many ARs in one place in my life. Turns out they're all 80%. The prices aren't like way sideways, but and he has so many cool things that I want. You guys have seen pictures of him, and I can't even buy anything off him because of my, I'm an out-of-state resident, and normally that'd be okay because I have my carry and relic license. No, doesn't matter. It's just a giant pain in the ass.
Yep.
To try to pull anything out of California. I'd have more luck buying something on Gunbroker from California than I would actually being here to buy it.
Yeah, just got somebody willing to run the deal through Gunbroker for you.
Actually, Zeke, I have an idea.
Whatever it is, and if it's about me trying to buy a gun from California using my CNR license, it can't happen.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking about like something on Gunbroker. Now, if you were going to buy something, can you get it from outside of the state?
Well, yeah, but that defeats the purpose of buying a gun in California.
Arizona, it's across the border.
Arizona's 900 miles south.
Well, not state. I'm talking about neighboring states. Just go to the neighboring state and just buy it across from the border, and they can just ship it from there.
Do you realize how big?
California is huge, dude. Like I am like a darn near a 10-hour drive from any other state.
I know how crazy the idea of it sounds, but what if it would be worth it?
No, because I'd have to be to work the next day. I'd be driving 20 hours.
I mean, what if it was next year, though? I'm saying when you're leaving.
Well, I don't know.
The idea of it, I'm just thinking. Think about it. All right, so you're heading back home, back to your home state, and you're about to pick up a gun on the way. What would it hurt?
Well, that wouldn't hurt, but the problem is I was kind of wanting to, go, yeah, I bought this one when I was out in California, kind of like as a souvenir. But there's no way I can legally do it. You know what I'm saying?
California.
I would not for any circumstances buy a gun in California.
I would buy a blanks gun.
Well, I already bought a pellet gun, so that's all right. But I mean, the way the law is in California, I cannot buy ammo here. If I had a gun on, with me, and I brought a gun to California, I couldn't feed it.
Yeah, you need a background check just for ammo in Cali.
Yeah, and you need a California state ID or a California driver's license and a purchase permit in order to buy ammo in California. So you can't buy it from out of state. However, you can bring in as much as you want.
Yeah, they figured out they can't stop you from buying guns, so they're going to stop you from buying ammo for your guns.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that background check system is jacked up like you wouldn't believe.
Yep. Now, I've talked to several people that are like, they get red in the face and pissed off at me because they're so passionately upset about it because they can buy all the guns they want but they can't buy any ammo.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, I feel for you, but there's nothing I can do. Is what it is.
Call you AK Jesus.
I
Can you
just
buy
don't
it
have.
online shipped to your house,
What's that?
or what? Can you buy it online and have it shipped to your house if you're resident in California? Is that an option?
Yes, but the point was that I wanted to buy it. I don't care if it gets shipped there, but I wanted to buy it in person and then ship it home. I was gonna get shipped home regardless. I just wanted to lay hands on it.
So you're saying this was the plan, but now after finding out the law, it ruined all defeated the purpose.
Well, the thing is, nobody knows the law.
They keep changing it.
Yeah. So it's
So
like,
it's the same concept like in New York.
No.
well, the thing is, I can buy a gun in New York.
No, but I'm saying they keep changing the law. Same concept.
No, it's been like this for years, but the ammo thing is recent.
Yeah, it's 3-4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really the last straw for the Daily Shooter,
Yeah.
and made him move out of state.
Where's he in? Arizona?
Yeah. I know people out that way. Arizona, Nevada.
Well, it's coming
I
their
guess-
way. So I mean, you can run from it all you want, but it's coming.
That's why I keep telling people: you move out of state, that doesn't solve your problems.
Mm-mm.
Question for everyone here, if I want to answer it.
What's happening, Fazan?
Welcome.
Hey,
How's it going, man?
good. I haven't been in one of these for 1,000 years, so say hi.
1,002 years.
1,002? Damn, that was bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We saved a spot for you. Now, if you look at the live feed, you know the squares, the talking squares. There was just enough room for one more person to make it 3, 3, and 3, and you're there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And look, Warsaw's on the bottom.
Poor Warsaw.
Hey, keep this up. I'm not gonna get your T-shirt for you.
Oh boy.
Or black guy in the middle. It's perfect.
I mean, how bad do you want that T-shirt?
Black guy in
Chief?
the middle, Mike.
How bad do you want that T-shirt?
Huh?
How bad do you want that T-shirt?
I would like a T-shirt. But
you.
anyway, Fazan, we were just talking about the plight of trying to buy a gun legally as a non-resident in California, which is near impossible.
I was aware of how bad the Californians had it. I didn't know they had it that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm finding out
Now-
firsthand just how bad they have it. Oh my goodness.
Who's the Californian?
Huh?
Who's the Californian here?
Oh my goodness. Oh, you see, me masking where I'm at has worked so good. Nobody knows where the hell I'm at.
Oh, you're in California. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm out here dealing with all the forest fire cleanup.
I thought you were still in like Louisiana or something. For
That's
some
where
reason.
everybody's thinking I was. Because I went dark like right after I left Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, the reason why is because I didn't really want to tip everybody off that I was coming here. And I at the same time, I didn't want to tip everybody off of, you know, I'm, because I wasn't, you know, with the company I work for, everything is tentatively put. You know, tentatively you're going to this place. Tentatively you're going to that place. I don't believe it until the wheels are turning and I'm there. So that's also another thing. Unless it's a hurricane, they're like, money, 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 money.
Yeah.
But
So, are you a lineman then?
close. I'm a first responder when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Gotcha. Don't know what that means.
It's I'm sort of a lineman.
You're the emergency lineman.
No, I pave. I make roads and paths and everything for the linemen.
Oh, you're the lineman scout.
Sort of. No, we clear the trees out of the way for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we really irritate people. You like that tree that's in front of your yard?
You guys ever take that big helicopter thing up with saw blades?
No. I have been around when that has been used, and that is
Those things look
a
silly.
wonderful, wonderful device. If you've ever seen like if somebody were to consult Satan on how to make a piece of equipment, that's pretty much how I'd imagine it. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be that helicopter pilot having to sling that thing on my chopper and maneuver.
Yep. Not a
Yeah,
helicopter's
you
not even that big.
I know, that's the scary part.
Oh, we're taking down a couple of redwoods that are helicopter removals. I am not. But one of the guys we've got with us is going to be helicoptered into the canopy of the tree, and he's going to tie off and descend. And he's going to. It's essentially a crane job, but instead of a crane, because there aren't any cranes big enough, they're using a helicopter.
They busted
True
out
that.
because redwoods are freaking big.
Yes, they
And they're
are.
bulky.
Yep.
Yeah.
They smell like Scotch tape.
Huh.
Like, at Christmas time, you guys remember that Scotch tape smell?
Mm-hmm.
That's what redwood smells like. They're fairly closely related to cedar. Like if you see a small one, you think it's a cedar. It is what it is. Oh, do you guys want to hear the good news?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the good news?
Hey, what good is with us exactly?
Everybody, Bueller.
If the news is anything like you, then no.
All right. Then I won't tell you guys that I'm going to be putting build videos back up on YouTube then.
When does this go to change from 180?
YouTube's backed off on it.
Huh.
How'd you figure that one out?
Well, I've been talking to people, but basically the long and short. I'm not too far away from YouTube's corporate office, by the way, just so you guys know.
Would you promise? Would you
No,
blackmail?
that's not a threat, though.
No, that ain't a threat. I'm
Okay.
not some
We're not going to see you on the news.
I'm not some crazy Indian lady.
No, Iranian. The Iranian.
Was she
I said
Iranian or
yeah.
Palestinian?
Yeah. She was, yeah.
She had a
Yeah, she
crappy
was
channel
crazy.
anyway, which, not trying to speak ill of the dead, but she had a really crappy channel. But
Dude, she was fucking losing brains and everything.
I don't know. She was not right in the head. I will just put it.
No,
that
she
way.
wasn't.
You want to hear something really crazy? Go find the interview the police had with her before she got there. That was sad. That's very sad. Hindsight's always 20/20 though, but.
And I thought vegans were sane.
So anyway, I'm going to be going to YouTube's corporate office and going into the YouTube studio, which that's something I wanted to do. They're like, nah, you don't need to have 10,000 subs. Just get your ass up here. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Coming out. So I just need to find a day of the week that I would like to take off and then drive my happy butt down there.
To set up.
It ain't a
I was going to say it. They're going to get him.
Oh no. No, it's all good. But yeah, no, evidently if you're in good standing on YouTube, you got a few thousand subs, you got regular videos, they'll let you in there. I didn't even tell them my channel name. They're like, oh, okay.
That's probably why they let you in.
Yeah.
Rise, blasphemy.
Do a build video in their YouTube studio.
What are these hydraulic presses for? No, you worry about it.
I'm a machinist, man. Dude, I build parts.
Hey, is he?
Now that the way it was explained to me is they will not monetize any of those videos. So, you know, it's like me doing the book review, that's monetizable. Technically I showed a part, but I wasn't explaining what the part was or, you know, going into details with it. So that was okay. But like if I'm drawing a picture, you know, if I'm drawing a picture, that's not the same as actually showing a part, so that's monetizable. However, if I'm building, I can do what I'm normally doing, but whenever I'm doing work on the receiver, it's not monetizable.
What about shooting at a range?
Shooting at a range is 100% monetizable. However, I can't use a 30-round magazine, which they just updated. They just updated these terms of service, and it just got updated within like the last 2 days. But anyway,
Could it get more arbitrary though?
well, the thing is, you don't have to. You know, if you appeal it, if they say, "Oh no, it's not monetizable," you can be like, "Well, it's a 29-round magazine," and you bet your ass you gotta have 29 rounds in that magazine because they'll.
Or you
Or like a rock that uses a limiter.
Yeah. And so I'm like, you know, I mean, it's workable. There's workarounds. So, you know, a lot of my videos can return to YouTube. So, yeah.
Hey, I saw your post about full 30.
Yeah, I've deleted about 20 videos now. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving full 30. Basically, is what I'm doing is, you remember me telling you about the build videos that just won't render and they're corrupted. There's basically nothing they can do with it because when they switched owners and they switched servers, I'm paraphrasing and making it long story short and sweet. Basically, what happened is they. The files were corrupted during the switch because when they were converting all the videos to a different format.
Sure, that's Tim special.
What's that?
The Tim special.
Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. My long format videos, I'm probably gonna have up. I'll re-upload a couple of them up to YouTube, and I'm thinking like my old build videos. I'm really debating on whether I should just put them on like my Zeke Shoots live account and just leave them there, because then I don't get people on this account saying, "Oh, well, you know, I've already seen this video before, you know, unsub, you know, he's re-uploading, you know, old stuff." And that's not the point. The point is, the shit got deleted before, you know, it is what it is. But I was thinking I might just do that. Or I'll put it up on Masters of the Kalashnikov, one of the two. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much how that is.
Yeah. Did I build another 8K Polish underfolder?
What's that?
I made some cash recently, so I'm thinking about building another Polish underfolder, but all new parts instead of original.
Well, like WBP parts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Or just buy the PSA.
So I haven't seen the WBP 545 trunnion, but what I have seen of it, it kind of looks like a Romanian Ames trunnion.
It is 23 millimeter.
Yep.
Yeah, but
You need an AIM-74 barrel to build those kits.
And that's kind of what I was looking at. I'm like, is the bolt profile an AKM profile? Because
my buddy said it's straight up SAR-2.
Really?
Yep.
And have new barrels. They'll have barrels by November 12th. So brace for it.
What's that?
They're going to have barrels on their site by November 12th.
I found barrels. They're $180 or $190.
Yeah.
AK builder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw your link. Yeah.
Did you guys see the Yugo parts kits come in?
No?
I haven't seen any listed yet.
Apex posted some milled ones just the other day. Oh, rumor has it that the milled Yugo RPKs are coming in, and the 308 Yugos are coming in. And guess who's getting a 308 Yugo?
8mm.
Huh?
I'd rather have the 8mm.
Well, you can't have everything you want. Well, I'm sure you could just make it an 8mm. I don't know.
Hey, Zeke, you have a barrel for it, or you have one turned down for it?
I will make a barrel for it. That's not a problem there. But the only thing is, I'm gonna need a magazine for it, because that's something I'm not gonna be able to get.
You might want to get it now while you can, while it's cheap.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not very many of them coming in, so it's not gonna be like that crazy of a thing. I was gonna get the milled Yugo RPK, but I was like, you know what? The other one's a bucket list gun. I mean, I can always come across... I mean, there's more of the RPKs than there are of the DMR rifles. So, it is what it is.
Oh, could you set it up to run the Sega 308 mags?
I could. Yeah, probably.
It solves your mag problem right there.
Yep. My only thing is I'm just going to have to... Oh, my goodness.
Or I can go for AK on stock. Jesus, it'd be insane.
So, who here would like a Redwood AK pistol grip?
Ooh, I would.
Besides Armed Ape, I already know he wants one too.
I'll take one. Zeke, I'll pay you
There you
$100
go.
for one.
You ain't paying me shit for one.
That sounds dope. I want to see it.
Okay. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'll just make 10 of them, and then everybody here will get one.
Sweet.
You'll have to
Send
give
me
me.
one.
You'll have to
Okay,
give me
but I'll
some
use 'em.
time. You'll have to give me some time because I've got a mountain of other projects, so it may be this time next year. Who knows? but I gotta let the wood dry out too. So that's the.
Yeah. I got a buddy down in Texas that wants to make AK furniture out of mesquite.
It's gonna be hard as hell.
Yeah, he's gonna go through some tooling.
Oh, bay leaves. Evidently, it grows wild out here. Yeah, I found out. I don't do so hot with bay leaves. Fresh bay leaves. I get near it and it opens my sinuses up just like that, and then all of a sudden, I go from breathing really good to, oh, by the way, all the fluid in your head is going to drain out of your head right now. And if I catch myself near it, if I can get away from it in time, it's okay. But a lot of times it's not.
Could be worse. Could be acting like poison ivy for you.
Yeah.
What is this?
Dude, I had poison oak. It's gone now, but I had poison oak. A lot of people say it's worse than poison ivy. It's not. It's exactly the same. My only problem was I had a blister of it, and one night I must have scratched it open, and it got all over my stomach, and then it got all over my arm, and it was just impossible to get it to go away.
So
Pool
it's Fred's.
Dawn dish soap is the best thing I've found to use for it. So
The best thing I found for poison ivy, which would probably work for poison oak too, 5-gallon bucket, fill it with water, and a 2-pound thing of granular pool shock.
yeah, that might work.
Oh, it does. It turns it white within about 5 minutes. Because I am highly allergic to poison ivy. I'll end up in the hospital if I get it bad.
One of the guys here, he had poison oak so bad, from his neck down to the back of his knees, he had it, and it was just 100% coverage. He went to the doctor, and they just gave him some steroid pills, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what I have to get is the Z-Pack.
Yep. I was like,
There is a product sold at drugstores called Xanthel.
yeah, that wouldn't touch it. That wouldn't touch it for him.
Weird. That
Yep.
seems to work for me.
Yep, I've got, before we came out here, we stocked up on Xanthel. I got a product here that worked pretty good. This IVX, that stuff worked pretty good. It's good for right after you get it. Yeah, but
I don't need touch poison ivy to get it. I look at it wrong and I'll get it.
yeah.
Yeah, I cleaned off my back fence
out-
one time, and
Check out this walking stick I made. The top of a redwood.
A little taller than you.
Not really. It's well, you can't see it, but yeah, no, it's fairly big.
We get
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I figured my kids ain't gonna lose them mushroom hunting. They're gonna be bright yellow and red. But yeah, it's a redwood tree. But all those were taken. I made 8 of them, and I made 8 of them doing the. All of them came from forest fire damaged trees. What we got here?
Little chest I'm working on.
That's pretty cool. Nice.
there's nothing in it.
Well, that's the whole point. I just put some.
That's what you store your nothing in, right?
I made this box for all this air. Check all out. Oh man, this air's like in mint condition.
That's where you
gonna
store your emergency air ration.
That's going to be for his Springfield Armory SA-35.
Oh, I'm going to get one of those.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard the QC on him is hit or miss.
Oh no.
So
Give it time for Purdue will be talking shit about those too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honestly, I buy the FEG before the Springfield.
Well, I'm just saying he was talking shit about the Turkish HP 35s also.
Oh, I would talk shit about them just because they're Turkish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody likes the Turks.
Well, nobody likes.
Especially
Well-
the young Turks. Ugh.
Oh, those are Dems, liberals.
Oh, Zeke. Wait, did I tell everybody here? I went ahead and bought that rear trunnion from Grimmer Armory.
Yep.
22 millimeter. Yep. I got it right here in hand, and it looked spot on. To be honest, I mean, I'm gonna bring it to my guy later on and say, hey, can you give me a check this out to see how it matches up? But
Yep.
only thing missing now is a bullet guide, and I want to make this into a AK-74U build.
Yeah.
74 underfolder?
Hmm?
74 underfolder?
No, the side folder 4.5.
Oh, side folder.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that they did weird. The U, they just meant that as a folder, and it's like AK-74U, and it's like it doesn't underfold, so it confuses everybody. Oh my goodness, my arm is so dry. But you got to get rid of the stuff, right?
Since you're recording this, I've got a solution to your problem, but it wouldn't be fit for prime time.
Oh yeah. I already tried that. Soaking it in cider.
No.
What?
No,
Apple cider?
No, it involves a legal age redhead with pigtails and
Oh, whatever. So I've got this dry erase board, and my idea was this was going to be bigger, and I was going to have a stand for it, but this isn't as big as I thought it was going to be.
yeah, I know how that goes. I bought some ceramic sappy plates and they weren't as big as I thought they were going to be either.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Zeke, I got some for you.
Huh.
Remember I was telling you working on your plaques for you?
Mm-hmm.
It's for everybody's appearance. Let me get this going for you. Damn camera.
Jeez, those are shiny, bud.
I like them.
I like them a lot.
Is it yours, Zeke?
Thank you, sir.
I like the red. The red is actually my favorite here.
The red is my favorite, too.
It does look cool.
Yeah, I'll show them off on my channel. Maybe get you some more. Get you some more orders.
Really?
Yeah. You'll be making them till Santa keels over. There'll be no more for all the little boys and girls.
That means you'd actually have to work.
What? Why?
Then I might as well quit my day job and be working at home then.
Well, that would be just tragic, wouldn't it?
Actually, it'd be peaceful, dude. Get away from all the bullshit.
What? You would like to be gone away from work? Good Lord.
Actually, it would be, but the only problem is I need all my health benefits.
I think that Warsaw's got the wool pulled over our eyes. He's trying to fool us. He's trying to con us into giving him lots of sales so he can stay at home and work from home instead of going out.
Explain me the pellet wood. I'll do it.
Let's see here.
Yeah. Warsaw sneaks out in the middle of the night and goes to the industrial district and steals their pallets.
Although I can see that.
Criminal mastermind.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Hey Zeke, all right, for 2022, you plan on picking up that old project, the boogie hook?
It's in the pile ready to go live.
You kidding? Forget a boogie hook.
There's
I'm
a
looking
razor.
at this stuff with the cable ties.
No, it's you know, I was gonna put it live before I left, and then I'm like, you know what? I should probably hold off because I know I'm not gonna have access to anything. So I held out, and by holding out, I was able to hold out just a little bit longer. So now I've got content for while I'm out here.
Here's another one I'm working on. There's Altenda's.
That's pretty cool.
And by the way, this is engraved through CNC.
Oh, nice.
Hey, very nice, man. Good shit.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure a way to give it to him.
He's not far from you.
Just give me his address and I'll just get it to him and drop it off his mailbox.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just go up there and throw it on his doorstep, ring the doorbell, dive in your car, and haul ass.
why don't you hook up with him and do a collab? Why don't you give it to him in person? And
That's what I'm trying to do. I just don't know what the best time is.
well, call him, man. He's available. He's a talker.
Oh man.
I mean, doesn't he work though?
All of us work, Warsaw. Cheap Christmas. Well, doesn't Pale Horse have a life? Yes, I imagine he does, but call him. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe.
Oh my god. Talk from 2012.
That is so 2012.
That's when it came out.
One of these days, I'm going to do a YouTube video from Zeke's shop. And the thing is Zeke's not going to know I'm there.
Oh boy, you're gonna do a live stream.
Yeah, Zeke's going to go to YouTube one day. Wait a minute, that behind him looks familiar. He's in my house.
Get out of my house!
Slotski should video.
I don't support hobos.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to troll all you guys. That's going to be my goal. Yeah.
I don't think I've showed you my chest, have I?
No.
We don't want to see it, do we?
The green one. The green
Do
army
you
one.
wax it, or you shave it, or are you hairy?
He's been working out, man. He's got to show off them pecs, man. Yeah, show us the chest, bud. Show us the chest.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hey Zeke, I got a question for you. A build question.
Yeah.
How do you make stiffen up the underfolding stocks from being so wobbly?
Tighten the hell out of it. And then after like 10 or 12 times you fold it, it's going to loosen back up anyway. You're talking about up and down?
Yeah.
The only way is to tighten it down.
It's been my experience. You just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How they dealt with it full auto, I have no idea. But when, you're shooting and the gun, like, moves up, like, 4 inches, yeah, that's a problem.
Oh, they're probably only shooting out at 25 yards.
Yeah, probably. And that's probably why Romania stuck with that slanted stock, because you don't notice it as bad with the slanted stock as you do with the straight stock, because the straight stock is just, it exacerbates all the problems of the world.
It's a black chest.
Oh, that sucker's dark green.
Is a body in there?
Probably.
The
Thanks to my Russian girlfriend I have in here.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. She mouthed off to him.
Wow, I had no idea that Warsaw was into BDSM.
Oh my goodness.
There's a gas mask there.
Oh,
it is, man.
thank God, it's mag pouches.
Oh,
What do you want to see first?
I want to see the Russian girl that you got chained up somewhere.
Yeah.
No.
You got us all worked up about it.
It's a Polish girl.
What's the difference?
Polish people
Language.
like
Hey
Russians.
guys, check out what I got.
Ooh, nice.
Battle modes.
Wow.
How'd you like that, man?
I brought Pell back for me. He almost had a flashback.
Hey, armed. Armed ape.
What?
How many AR mags do you have?
Those are 7. I see 7 in the pouch.
No, I'm asking armed. Like, how many mags does he have?
I don't know. Hold on. 6? 7?
Well, I've got 8.
You want me to get you one of these?
One of what?
The pouch. I can get another one for you, and when I get your T-shirt, I can give it to you.
Well, all right. Where's that pouch from?
I have my local Army surplus store. They're Marine Corps ones.
Yeah, get it.
That's probably a ammo pouch for a saw or an M240.
200 saw pouch.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, all right. I'll take one. I could use one of those.
Yeah, it's standard one. Here's the Army one.
That's the old school one.
Oh my goodness. I was able to
Turn it around. I want to see the back of it.
Make it dance.
Want to see if it's Molly?
Yeah, that's the old Alice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get these off eBay.
You wanna hear something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Although I wasn't able to buy a gun out in California, I was able to source some AK mags.
Border Guard green?
What's that?
Border Guard green?
No, they're all 10-round mag pulls, but I figured the kids can use them when they're shooting. The 30 round magazine's a little tall for when my kids are trying to get close to the bench, so they, because they're significantly shorter. So I was like, you know what? That isn't a bad idea.
Just get them some really thick elbow pads.
Yeah.
I'll step away, gentlemen. It's been real.
Mike?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You the man, Mike.
Hey, Zeke, I have a book here I want to show you if I can find it. There's a AK variant I came across. It's in China. It's like a 760 by 25 Chinese variant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget what it is, or what the designation is, but yeah, I know what one you're talking about.
Fucking ugly as hell.
Yep.
Jeez.
Let's see if I can find this book. Hold on.
You see, they already phased out those stupid ass bullpups.
Yeah.
Well, the
They
QBZ95.
tried them for like a minute. What was it? Maybe 3-4 years that they had them in service?
For about 10.
Was it? I thought it was
The
that long.
The QBZ95, believe it or not, is an AK variant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that until I looked at the video.
Yeah.
But now, clone the AR just made it look a little different.
Well, welcome, new contestant. How are you doing today?
Who's in here?
Huh?
Who's the guy in the chat?
74.
Yeah. How you doing today, bud?
Yeah, his mic might be working.
Oh. What are you showing us now, Warsaw? Oh, okay. You got the book out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through here. Here's something I didn't know about.
China pretty much copied everything.
And everyone else.
Yeah, they have Chinese-made Garands and 1903.
But look at this. Look at that. I never even heard of this. Type 85?
The really cool one is the Chinese clone of a Thompson in 7.62-25.
Mm-hmm. They did a lot of guns in 7.62 by 25.
A great round.
Here it is. This is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That thing is ugly looking. Look at this thing.
Yep.
Type 79.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a Scorpion.
Yeah, it does, kind of. I mean, it's got an AK pistol grip, and, it's vaguely in the shape of a gun.
Looks like some of the weird Berettas.
It looks like something that should have been in the Planet of the Apes.
All right, let's see. All right. I'm trying to see what here. Employees all mechanism specifications. It's a short stroke piston, yeah.
Before you know it,
imagine. Look how small the gas system is on it.
we're going to see a Chinese copy of a PKM in 7.62 by 25.
I actually have that, believe it or not, Pale Horse. First I gotta find it.
A belt fed 7.62 by 25?
Chinese variant. If I could find it first. Hold up.
Oh boy.
I definitely want one.
It's not a 7.62 by 25 variant, but it's something else.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Well, belt fed 7.62 by 25. Yeah.
I want an AK chambered in 7.62-25.
That'd be cool.
That runs
so long as it doesn't look like that Chinese variant that we just saw, I would be alright with it.
I want additional AK.
Yeah.
But I want it to take the PPSH mags.
You know what I did the other day?
I hear this. It's called a Type 74.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good looking gun. Look at that thing.
Kind of looks like a VZ58.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Type 81 LMG.
Those are the yeah, I was gonna say Type 81s. So Walmart, as you all know, is getting ready for Christmas and has started to phase out their Halloween stuff, obviously. So, since Walmart's the only thing near me to go shopping at, I noticed that all their candy was 75% off. So I have a box about this big by that wide by that tall, full of candy now.
You did not buy some, did you, Zeke?
I just said I did.
Oh my
I got
god!
like 45 pounds of candy for like $10.
Are you trying to get a heart attack?
No. What I did is I'm going around the hotel throwing it at people. like my coworkers, I'm just like darting around the corner and hucking Snickers at them. It's hilarious. Just getting rid of the stuff. All I wanted was the nerds.
Oh, Zeke.
Speaking of candy, I'm going to have some candy. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys some books that I got.
Zeke, look at. Here's your dad's rifle.
Yep. M16A1, Mattel stock. Check this out.
Cool.
What do you got? Battleships?
This is destroyers.
Destroyers.
Yeah, I've started playing War on the Sea. I'm still going through the tutorials.
I like books like this. Then I got a book called Man of War. I found this
that's a good
store, and
that's a good book.
They just got like the dude's like super into guns and war and stuff. He's got a whole section full of just like old war books and stuff. Not that you guys can actually see what I'm showing you.
What book do you got there, Warsaw?
It's the this one.
Illustrated Book of Guns. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just skipping through, see what else is in here.
Did you know that it is rather depressing, the gun community around here? There's a gun show coming up. I intend to go to it. I'm not entirely positive what I'm going to find. I emailed the organizers to ask them. Huh?
Should have bought that, Zeke.
I heard somebody say if we could hear them now. I can hear somebody.
Yeah, this is Tongo 74. Can you hear me?
Tongo? What's happening, bud?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm the guy that warned you about the gun show coming up.
You mean the holster show?
Beef jerky also.
Beef jerky.
And Indian jewelry.
Well, I emailed the organizers, and they haven't gotten back to me because I want to attempt to film something, if not just go in and take some pictures.
Good luck.
And I'm like, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Oh, let me tell y'all about my range experience yesterday.
Yeah, what now?
Oh, nothing. I went to, I'm not afraid to say the name of the place. I went to Shoot Point Blank in Memphis, Tennessee. And me and my sister went because I bought her a Glock 26 earlier this year. And I had the 2 ARs that I built this year, and I haven't really gotten around to shooting them yet. So I took them up there to function check them and zero the 2 Romeo 7s that I bought. And took my rifles up there in a hard case. And I installed the optics onto the rifle and zeroed them. Then I go to put them back in the case and discover the guns don't fit the case anymore. Due to the scope. Well, one of them I can shoehorn in, but the rifle length AR with the Romeo 7, due to its longer barrel, I can't get it in there diagonally enough to get the lid to close, due to the longer barrel and the fixed stock. So,
Has
the
it
guy...
fit ever?
What?
Has it ever fit in there or no?
Without the optic on it.
Oh, okay.
So, and then the RSO reminds me that I cannot carry an uncased gun through the store. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, for safety reasons, you cannot carry an uncased firearm through the store.
Did he at least give you a box?
It gets better. They're like, you need to talk to somebody outside. You know, I'm like, well, I could probably stand to buy a new case anyway, because I hate this case. And I go in there, and the guy's like, nope, you can't carry an uncased gun through the store, but I'll be more than happy to sell you this case back here for $100.
What?
And I'm like, look, I just paid for 2 lanes for an hour, and all I'm trying to do is leave, and you're wanting to give me crap about a gun not being in a case. And he's like, well, that's our policy. I'm like, are you a sworn peace officer? And he's like, no. I'm like, if I choose to walk through your store without a cased firearm, do you plan to detain me by force? Well, no. Well, I guess I'm going to leave then. Trespass me if you want.
Here.
Yeah.
Guess what's in here? You want to see the surprise?
Looks like ammunition.
Wrong.
Hey, I'm Dave.
This is like one of them, like Kinder Egg videos.
Yeah, but it's neutered because it's got that safety on it.
Yep.
It's the Yugo. It's the Yugo variant.
All right,
You can remove the safety.
Hang on. Since Tongo is just in here, just want to remind everybody we are recording, so just kind of keep your mouths, PC-ish.
So I finally got
say
the
whatever
case.
you want, just behave what you say,
I got the case partially closed, so I'll walk through the store with the buttstock of the A4 sticking out the back of the case, and I just kind of like looked at them, like, yeah, okay, whatever, But it technically was in the case.
Yeah.
But I've never heard any crap like that before. It's like, wait a minute, you're a gun store. You're supposed to. I would imagine you support the Second Amendment. If the weapon is not loaded and I've got it hanging from a sling or something.
Well, if you're a customer, that's a little bit of a different story, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, still, it's like, all I'm trying to do is leave.
You're giving you crap all the time. Where you go, huh?
Yeah, I've managed to get it partially in the case and leave the store with it, but I don't think I'll be back there again. It's just kind of like RSO's giving people a hard time, like in open carry states. Okay, I'm going to go in here and shoot my gun. Oh, you can't load your weapon you can't do this on the firing line. Well, you didn't have a problem with me walking through the door and paying for the lane with a gun on my hip.
Yeah, no kidding.
Then they tell you no rapid fire.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Tongo's sitting here like, oh man, these guys have access to ammo readily and don't have to go through hoops to get ammo. Rubbing it in. So, how you doing, Tongo?
I'm doing pretty good.
So, so how is it being in I'm just kind of getting
You know what? Ask me any question, I can tell you, because I used to I told you I was a retired LEO, so I kind of know what's going on.
Well, I guess you'd be the guy to ask crazy, stupid questions off record then.
Ask me. Ask me. I don't care.
No, what's it like? What's it like being in California and actually owning a gun that you like?
Well, it depends what type of gun. most of the guns, even your handgun, there's a list of handguns you can buy and you cannot buy. It's called the California Handgun Roster. So basically, it was a law passed maybe a decade ago where any new handgun that's going to be sold in the state has to have the micro stamping feature on it, which is basically the government here in California wanted the manufacturers to have the serial number imprinted on the firing pin somehow. Technology doesn't exist before a new handgun can be sold in the state. So basically,
that's why new stuff can't come in.
that's correct. So basically, for example, the Gen 3 Glocks is the only thing you can buy here. You can only buy old guns.
Yep. A guy at Pacific Outfitters was talking to me about that, and I couldn't understand. He couldn't explain to me. I made him cry because of what he said to him. And he said, I was talking to him about building AK-47s and everything, and I'm like, they're trying to piecemeal it away, and he's like, well, I'd like to see him take our guns. I said, California's been doing a hell of a job of that here, sir. And he looked at me kind of, and he got teary eyed, and I was like, oof. Thankfully, I didn't tell him who I was, or the whole staff probably would have harassed the YouTube channel, but is what it is. But yeah. I couldn't understand that, but that makes sense now.
Yeah. So, for example, if Glock decides not to produce the Gen 3s anymore, there's no more Glocks being sold in California or any other manufacturer.
The Gen 3 is still in production?
In California. I saw a bunch of them.
Well, I'm pretty sure the only reason it's still in production is simply out in California.
Yeah.
Now here's a question. What exactly is microstepping? Is it like just 2-3 dots and they put it on a casing or something?
No, it's a serial number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. I mean, it's a big fantasy thought up by our politicians here. It just doesn't exist.
Well, after a few hundred rounds, you'd rub any stamping on the firing pin off anyway.
Or
exactly.
So the whole point of it is it's meaningless.
Right. It's just another way to restrict gun ownership in the state. And that's what it is.
Crap, I'm going to go find me a Gen 3 Glock 17.
Now, here's a question. How do you get guns out of the state? Like...
How do you get...
Like
guns out of...
aside from Gunbroker, like me as a Cure and Relic holder, I have found it is utterly impossible. But, I'm sure you got any, some sort of insight on that, on how to, an out-of-state purchaser, like, if I were out of town and I saw a Cure and Relic gun, I can't use my CNR license for it. Which is kind of...
Correct.
Yeah. Which it's a meaningless... And even if it was a resident, it'd be pretty much a meaningless tool anyway.
Correct. Yeah, Curo and Relic license here in California means nothing.
Mm-hmm. It's disappointing.
Now, how's California handling the case in New York right now for concealed carry?
They don't recognize...
Concealed carry here in California, it's very county dependent. Yeah. Depends which county you're in. You'll be in some liberal counties that the sheriff will not even consider issuing out a CCW. Now you have other counties in Northern California that will issue CCWs all day long. So it all depends on which county you're in and which sheriff is in.
And they still keep getting elected.
Yes.
So obviously Californians love what's being done to them because they keep re-electing these fucktards.
Yep. Yep, there's no way around that. Northern California, the counties closer to the Oregon border are pretty much Republican strongholds, but the population is so small that they can't,
Mount
make a
any sort
dent
of-
in
yeah.
what the Bay Area or Southern California, we just can't even compete with those numbers during elections.
Mm-hmm. That's like
Now,
Illinois with Chicago.
I've been told if you move to California, you can bring your guns, but you can't bring any high cap mags or anything.
Yeah.
And that's how people are getting like, modern Glocks and shit that cost, $2,000.
Right. Well, see, here's the whole thing about the magazines. The law that prohibits the high capacity magazines, or standard capacity as I call them, the only way you're going to get caught if you tell on yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the authorities here can determine when that magazine came in and when you had it in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys heard of our Freedom Week.
Yeah, I heard
when
about
the
that. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, our Freedom Week. So, I mean, there's millions of magazines that came in during that week. The only way you're going to get caught is if you narc on yourself. That's the only way. Everybody that goes out of state that wants to bring back a magazine, just keep your mouth shut.
Man.
Well, like mags are dated.
Well, here's the thing. We are not condoning anyone do anything illegal. We're just pointing out the arbitration, or how ridiculous the law actually is.
It is ridiculous.
I've met a lot of people that are openly like, dude, I've got this AK-47. Here's some pictures. Let's check this out. La, 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 la. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell on them, but I'm like, really, you don't. I mean, I'm on YouTube. That's the extent of your knowledge of me.
All right, then there are some people out there who will tell on you.
Oh, I know, and it's like, I don't know. It is what it is.
The operative word here is keep it on the down low. Don't be telling anybody. Don't be doing the social media thing too much. Is just you just never know.
Well, and then that's like when I was coming out here, I didn't tell anybody I was coming out here because I didn't want people bugging me about bringing mags and ammo. And I'm like, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not unless I'm bringing something for myself, and that would be it. And then I come out here and it's wildfire season, so I can't shoot anyway. So, and then the nearest range is a few hours away one way. Which sucks. Because I really want to shoot. I really want to shoot really bad.
Trigger fingers getting...
You got any 22?
I can assure you I have not shot a gun in 5 months.
Wow, you're starting to sound like a Californian.
I haven't shot a gun in 5 months. What can I say?
Hey,
I'm looking at my... I mean, I'm jonesing for a fix. I'm like... There was a couple people that said, here in town that said that, they take me out shooting, but it's like everything they have is not interesting. And, I've got Marlin 22s at home, and, it's a Swedish Mauser's nice, but, I was kind of hoping to get some, ban items, you know what I'm talking about, like California compliant assault rifles or something like that, and it's like nobody wants to talk about that stuff. It's like your gun's compliant, but they don't want to talk about it, and it's like they're scared to, and it's like registration. You got to register all of them, right?
Correct. Well, there has been 3 assault weapons banned throughout the history, and they all required registration of them. But if you look at the numbers, only like 3 to 6% compliance rates. So most of the so-called assault weapons out there are technically illegal weapons by California law because nobody complied.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the compliant semi-autos?
I have, and they're some of them are all right, and
Park bends.
well,
Yes.
I mean, some of them are all right, and it's like the dude at Pacific Outfitters had a pretty good selection of them. He wouldn't let me do any photography. The guy at GI Joe's, the surplus store, he was more than willing to let me film, but I mean, at the same time, I didn't want to like let every Tom, Dick, and Harry know that that way he gets mobbed by people. It's like I don't necessarily know what's legal and what is illegal out here, and it's like I'm just gonna take a picture at like 40 feet.
Well, I think it's hilarious that the California Department of Justice actually sends agents to neighboring states to their gun shows looking for California tagged cars.
That is true.
Isn't that out of jurisdiction though? He's not should not be doing that.
Exactly.
It is out of jurisdiction, but they have an agreement with the county where most of those gun shows are held. So
if you want to take it up with somebody, you take it up with that county.
Right, but there's an agreement usually with that county to assist California's law enforcement with any enforcement. So there's actually agreements.
Yep.
Well, they're just driving through the lot with the plate scanners, and then they sit on the California border waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. That is correct.
Now, Tongo, I don't know if you're aware or familiar, but are you familiar with Canadian gun laws?
Let's not delve into Canadian gun laws.
No, but I'm just saying I was going to bring up only because it would make California a free state comparison.
Oh yeah, I have a slight understanding of them, and yeah, they are draconian.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you can have an unpinned magazine, and you can have a pistol grip.
And I will give them props about their surplus stuff as well as their Type 81 rifles.
Yeah, and full autos are easily accessible, and short barrel shotguns are something that is a thing, and there are plenty of caveats to Canada. But anyway, we get enough discussion about Canada. I'm more interested in California. Because I'm here, I want to learn about it, and I want to go to this beef jerky gun show, and see what's there. It's just one of those things.
What's the admission price?
Oh shoot, I don't remember. Hang on, let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Gun show. Buckstop Ukiah Gun Show. General admission's $10. Let's see here. The description says the Buckstop Ukiah Show will be held on November 20th through the 21st in Ukiah, California. The Ukiah Gun Show is held at Redwood Empire Fairgrounds and hosted by Buckstop Gun Shows. All federal, state, and local firearm ordinances and laws must be obeyed. And yeah. But anyway, anybody in the area is more than welcome to come.
Yeah, I would join you, but I'm at least 4 to 5 hours away.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. California is one of my highest viewers. You know, in the nation, California is the biggest viewership.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody loves their guns in California here, and like I said, there's ways around stuff here, but nobody's going to put it out. You know, it's just everybody's just trying to keep it on the down low so they don't get in trouble, basically.
Yeah. Sounds like they need to cut parts off the state is what they need to do.
That's always been a talk, but
You know,
I think it's a pipe dream.
I've talked to enough people around here because I've been down to oh my goodness, I've been down to San Jose. I've been I need a freaking map. I've got a brain fart. Oh no, there's one from right there. San Francisco. I've been Oakland, San Francisco, freaking A. Give me a second.
Sacramento.
Sacramento. I've been down there. I've been Hopeland, Cloverdale, Healdsburg, Windsor, Yorkville, Ukiah, Willits, and Navarro. I've been everywhere, you know, pretty much in Sonoma and Mendocino counties, and talking to the people, even like the hardcore liberally looking ones, you know, like you'd peg them as a hardcore liberal all day long.
Yeah.
You talk to them and they're over it. They're like, this is too much. It's gone too far.
Oh, they keep re-electing the same dirtbags.
Yeah, and that's what I say, and they're like, well, yeah, that's, you know.
See, I don't. It's like, I don't know. I quit paying attention to California a long time ago. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the pro-freedom people that live there, but don't take this the wrong way, Tongo, but they make the conscious decision to continue to live there and pay taxes to the beast. So,
I totally agree with you.
If California slid off into the ocean, I wouldn't lose 5 minutes sleep.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is something that is actively happening across the nation. And there is resistance, yes. But look at Texas. That sucker there taking a pickaxe to the state of Texas like there's no other.
Yep.
Arizona.
Oh, Austin, Texas?
Yeah. All they, you know, and the thing is, they figured it out, you know. All they have to do is make they don't have to move all over in the state. All they got to do is move to one big area, and that's it.
They got to take the cities.
Yeah, take the cities. It's easy to take the cities. Then you bait all the poor people in by going, hey, you know what? We're going to take care of you. You know, we're going to give you all these benefits and everything. And then bada bing, bada boom, you've got everything racially segregated because, you know, that's how they do it. They're like, oh, well, if I were any other color, I would be just irritated to no end that they are as condescending. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I have not met a black man that cannot do the things that I can do. However, you listen to a Democrat talk, and you would think they think that they are incapable of doing anything. And it's just completely baffles me that they allow these people to talk to them like that.
That's why Virginia's lieutenant governor drives Democrats nuts.
She's holding a gun.
A black female immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
That's pro-gun.
Yeah.
That's why Florida drives them nuts, because all the Cubans.
Yep.
Because they can't use them, and they know it.
I think that I think there's hope for the country, and I think talking to people around California, I think there's hope for California, but man,
unless they can shove themselves of LA and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing, Zeke. What was that organization? FPC, Firearms Policy Coalition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're located in California. What part is it?
I don't know right offhand.
Yeah, let me look them up right now. But no, their headquarters is literally in California.
Yeah, I think they're in Southern California, if I'm not mistaken.
But anyway, regardless. I mean, there's a lot of gun production in California, like parts and stuff like that, and people, and they still stay in California, and it's like it's a wonder, the leftists haven't come out and burned the buildings down.
Yeah, that's surprising too.
They're in Sacramento.
Yeah,
that's where they are.
Okay, stand corrected.
Yeah, that's actually not far from me. Well,
Yeah,
it is far from. Here's the thing. As the crow flies, nothing's very far away from me. But if you go to make that drive, it is a 3-hour drive. And it's a 3-hour drive not because it's far away, it's because it is a windy ass road going to get there.
What do you mean? Like it swerves and turns?
You've never driven through the mountains, I take it.
I've been through Arizona. Can't be that much different.
Tongo, you can laugh.
I mean, I've drove through the Appalachians, and that got kind of interesting a few times, but...
The Appalachians are pretty bad.
I've been close to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, no, that's still pretty flat compared to the Northern California region. But no, it is what it is. Tongo, send me your address. When I get back home, I'll make you up a t-shirt and send you a t-shirt.
Okay, thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Just make sure to wear it all over the place. I'm gonna make a t-shirt for the California tour. And a handful of my subscribers have actually recognized me in the street, and it's weird because you'll get somebody staring across the room at you, and they'll just stare at you. That's like I was at Ukiah Brewing Company. I'm just sitting there eating, minding my own business, and this guy is staring at me, and his wife and him are talking. And they're just looking at me, and they're looking at their phone. They're looking up at me, just kind of puzzled. They're just kind of doing this number. They're like, I'm like, what the fuck? And eventually the husband gets up and goes, "You build guns, don't you?" I was like, "Here's another one." And they don't ever, it's like I'm like some secret wizard or something. It's like they come up to me like all shy, and they're like, hey, you're that gun guy, aren't you? And it's like, I'm flattered, Anywhere else, I would get a, "Hey, it's Zeke Shoots," or something like that, or "Hey man, I know you." "Oh, hey, I didn't know you were local." I get that, but out here I get peered at from over their phone, and they're like, not sure it's me. And then when they finally say, "You know what, it probably most likely is him," and then they approach me.
Well, think about it. You're in California. The last person you'd think they would see would be you.
Yeah. Well, and oh, jeez. Oh.
What are you doing?
Anyway. Oh my goodness.
God, if you only knew what that looked like from here.
That looked bad.
A sharp pain in the ass? Yes, that's what that was.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'll leave it at that.
No, oh, that's gonna be a good screen grab for anybody that's creative. Oh my goodness. Oh. Anyway, not long ago, I had sciatica and I was bedridden for a couple of weeks, and every now and again it creeps up on you. That hurt. That hurt really bad. Oh boy. Huh?
Tens machine.
Yeah, I'd like one.
You want one?
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Your butt.
No, before that happened.
Oh.
Oh, that hurt. Oh my goodness.
I think I have a tens machine around here. I didn't know you needed one.
Well, I'd like one. I mean,
okay. If I find it, you can have it. I ain't gonna use it.
All right, sounds good. So anyway, you were saying I'm in California. I'm the last person they would think to see. Anyway, going on from that, I wear my Zeke Shoots shirts around all the time. Now, that way, it's helping people go, oh yeah, it is Zeke. And that has helped out, getting the looks to go away. Because, and I mean, it's because I'm not entirely sure if they're up to no good or if they genuinely recognize me. But, yeah. One of the gun stores did recognize me, and he's no longer a gun store. But my goodness, he's got guns all over the place. He's like, man, you should check this out. And he just started showing me his whole collection. I was like, holy cow. And I'm like, all this stuff is like, unfortunately not interesting to me. Everything's bolt action. No exposed magazine. No thumb stop on the stock. Although some stuff looks cool because it's like super old stuff, but it is what it is. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys. I'm wanting machine guns or like Stens or something. That doesn't exist out here. It does, but not where you would want it to. I don't know. Is what it is.
Oh, it does exist. Trust me, it exists for sure.
Yeah.
Go to Compton.
Yeah, that lady's driving around with an AK-47 hanging out the window.
Have you ever seen the movie?
That woman there's wife material, I tell you that right now.
Have you ever seen that movie, Zeke?
What?
Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
Guy pulls out an MP5 in that movie.
So anyway, tell us some more wacky stories. How do people get caught when they're shooting in the woods?
The people who get caught are usually by what we would call in the law enforcement the forest creatures. Fish and Game, Forest Service, BLM, and state parks and federal parks. Because those guys are bored to death.
Now, BLM, for those of you guys out there thinking the other thing, is not what you think. It is Bureau of Land Management.
Right.
A lot of people nowadays would think Black Lives Matter. That is not. That is not an enforcement wing of the Fish and Game departments. Although, give it some time.
Yeah, because every time there's some gunfire somewhere, they're so bored, they're just going to go investigate it. And that's where most people get busted with so-called illegal assault weapons or unregistered assault weapons. And, And it just becomes a legal mess from hell because most of the time you're going to go to jail that day.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. Would it be just less of a pain in the ass to be caught with a machine gun?
It's the same charge.
So go big or go home then.
Yeah. The problem with the machine gun is they'll probably call the feds on you.
Yeah, that's even worse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse. And then what would happen is that they'll call the ATF, and then ATF will pick up the case, and then the
ATF 's
U.S.
done,
Attorney's
they'll go
Office.
through you.
Yeah, the U.S. Attorney's Office will pick up the case, and then you're really screwed.
Now, here's a question: you ever deal with cartels across the border all the time?
I never directly dealt with the cartels. No, I can't say I have.
Oh, I mean, they're bringing contraband into the border all the time.
So tell us about Murder Mountain. We're in the cradle of marijuana of the nation.
Yes.
Tell us about Murder Mountain. What is Murder Mountain?
What's
Murder Mountain is, well, there's a lot of murder mountains in Northern California, the Emerald Triangle, which is usually Trinity County, Humboldt County, Mendocino County, Lake County. I mean, you name it. But it's just basically guys growing weed and transporting it back east where you can make more money because it's still illegal. And a lot of guys who grow it, I mean, it's basically an outlaw region that has no real law enforcement. So a lot of people disappear in those mountains, you know?
It's probably Bigfoot though.
Yeah. Sure.
So okay. Have you, if you say I can't speak on that, then okay, we can move forward and we will just assume that you have. But have you ever seen a Bigfoot?
No.
Huh.
No.
Okay. I was certainly thinking you would, since former law enforcement, you would still be involved in the cover-up. So okay. So no means yes. Okay, we got it. All right. He saw Bigfoot. All right. Cool.
You know what? And I know a lot of the patrol deputies up in Humboldt County and Trinity County, and I've never heard of a sighting by anybody credible, put it that way.
Yeah.
How about UFOs? I know
Well,
that's often in California.
Well, it's like Mothman was verified by pedestrians, and nobody that was involved with law enforcement was even remotely available to. And it's like the one dude that was investigating it had a hardcore Russian accent, so it's like this was probably a psyop, but whatever.
Now, I am willing to come out on a limb and say this. After, y'all, most of you have seen like the x-rays of my foot and all. I'm willing to bet when my European ancestors came to the New World from Europe or wherever the heck it is they came from, I'm willing to bet someone got raped by Bigfoot, and that's why I had this.
And that's where your foot, that's where your foot came from. That's
Yeah.
totally fucked
His name is Yankee Marshall.
Oh no.
I don't know who James Marshall is, but
Oh,
Yankee
you know what?
Oh.
He's he's in Washington, isn't he?
Yeah.
The guy, are my friends, but he's a dick.
Yeah.
well, anybody can say that about anybody. I think.
No, but the Yankee Marshall, he will screw you over. You can't trust the guy.
Well, hang on. You know how many people know me that call me a dick all the time? It's a badge of honor, man.
He's not bad as honor, dude. That guy, he literally is something else.
I will give the devil its due. I do like his videos that YM made about the Turkish high power clones and how to fix what's wrong with them because it worked for me. So, so I'll give him that. I
As
think
far
he's
as
a bit sensational, but yeah, I put him in the same canoe with that guy from Military Arms Channel.
Right in the canoe with him.
there's so many bad people in the so-called gun community.
Yeah, I'm
So
one of them.
okay. So if I go to this gun show in Ukiah, I'm anticipating beef jerky, and you said Indian beads.
Yes,
Are there actually going to be any guns?
there'll be some guns there, but not anything that you're remotely interested in.
Are we talking surplus?
You might get lucky.
I can't buy anything anyway, so what's the point in me looking at surplus?
Right, and you can't buy
gear.
any ammo either.
Yeah, I
you
can't
can
buy
buy
any.
gear.
You know what? Kind of what I'm hoping for is, if I go there, somebody's got like mag pouches or some stupid like that. Like some surplus stuff. Maybe, kind of hoping.
Maybe.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm in California. I get to talk to some gun guys, and if I can get away from all the people I work with and get a car by myself, then Tongo, I'll buy you a steak. But
Okay.
it's gonna be a little while before I can get that. It'll probably be after Thanksgiving, so
That's
I think
fine.
it'd be funny if
don't get too full.
Zeke goes to the gun show in Ukiah and he goes there and finds a stall there where someone's selling Zeke Shoots t-shirts.
Ah, bootlegging my shirts. No, all my merch. These coffee cups just have stickers.
Hey, Zeke,
Yeah.
you're a big deal in the AK community here in California because I'm a huge AK guy and I know a lot of AK guys. I mean, this is one of the reasons, I did Patreon with you, not with anybody else. You're a big deal here.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I've kind of noticed that, but well, the thing is, I don't take myself too damn seriously. I don't think. At least I don't try to.
I think everybody says that you're real. That's all. You're just
He
real.
is. He is.
Well, I don't try to pretend to be somebody I'm not. It's like when I do have long hair, it's because I'm growing it out to donate it.
Oh no, you look like Solid Snake.
Yeah. Anybody who is interested in what Solid Snake looks like, I got a bunch of Nintendo games. I've been raiding the Nintendo store. That's the original Snake.
Oh my God, that brings back painful memories. I feel asleep.
Oh no. He smokes to rejuvenate health. That's awesome. But yeah, no, I mean, Tongo, if you want to tell people that I'm here, that's fine. I'm not ashamed to let people know I'm out here now that I'm out here. But, I just didn't want to get harassed about, oh man, he can bring me some mags and stuff. And it's like, not interested in that. But
No, don't worry about that because everybody who wants something will get it. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, people out here seem to be a lot more guarded than other people around the country. Let me just.
You have to be. You have to be.
Yeah. Well, and the crazy thing is, I'm a fundamentalist when it comes to the Second Amendment. And, it's like, it's in black and white. There's no wiggle room there, right? So, when it comes to, like, the way this is run, it's hard for me to grasp. And it's like, how can it get this bad? And it's just, I don't know.
It started out incrementally. It did not come all at once. It came at baby steps. I mean, just baby steps and baby steps until you're here.
Yep. I'm shocked at how the rest of the nation hasn't gotten to the point that California is yet. And I mean, there's it's like Illinois, you can have short barrel rifles. Iowa, you can have suppressors, but you cannot have short barrel rifles. In Illinois, you can't have suppressors. So it's like, nobody can agree on a set rule of what they're going to ban and what they're not. And I don't know.
Isn't there a river that divides those two states?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Get you a houseboat. Problem solved.
All right, guys. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna mute myself, and I have to go walk the dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in the background. Just it is what it is.
Well, I gotta bail out on that note. So.
Take your armed.
Yep, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.
Hey, you need more monkey with gun. Where's the new video?
Man, where you give it to eventually? All right, later.
He's upgrading his studio so he can make, Hollywood production type videos.
Yeah, best worst channel on YouTube. That's a good idea to invest a lot of money into it.
It's easy to be swinging the hammer of justice, brother.
Lots of CGI and stuff.
Yeah, 100% all in.
And I mean pounding that thing. Speak truth.
All right, it'll come. It'll come next month. I think I'm gonna start getting back on the bike. So I mean, as far as the bicycle, not the motorcycle. That I won't be on. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really would like to get a Gen 3 or even a Gen 4 Glock 17 and get rid of my Gen 5 one.
What's wrong with the Gen 5?
Well, you being a former Leo, you can understand where I'm coming from with this. The Gen 5 Glocks are not compatible or have a compatibility issue with holsters that other Glock 17s fit.
Oh, okay.
So could you just imagine, okay, wow, I went from a 3rd gen Glock 22 to a Gen 5 Glock 17. Now I need all new duty gear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I had a practically new Black Hawk Epic level 3 holster that I carried my G22 in. Then when I go to the G17, it don't fit. Because the Glock, they found a solution that I think nobody had complained about. What they did with the Gen 5 is they put a slide release, an ambidextrous slide release on it, and it has fits with holster fitment.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So I haven't had to wear my duty gear in a long time. I'm a rent-a-cop. But I haven't had to wear my duty gear because the post I had for the last 4 years, it just wasn't necessary. But now if I get into when I get back to work and I have a situation where I have to wear the actual duty gear, well, now I got to go find a holster. And if I got to have a level 3 holster or something, well, that's more money I have to spend because Glock solved a problem that nobody was complaining about.
Right.
So, not that the slide, I never use the slide release anyway on the Glock. I always just slap the slide and to release it. So, or monkey grip it, whatever term you want to use.
Can you change out the slide release? Just make it.
I've talked to Glock about that, and the previous slide releases are not compatible.
Oh, great.
And I asked them, can I not take a Dremel with a cutoff wheel and forcibly remove the other button, like the slide, the lever on the other side, Oh, that cause like you should not. That would void your warranty. You know, and it's like okay, but would it damage anything? Would the weapon still function if that lever was cut off? Would it like get hung up on something and they refuse to answer the question?
Of course. And nobody makes an aftermarket part?
Not that I know of, but
Hmm.
I haven't really looked, to be honest. But
All right, I'm back.
I just welcome back.
What's
I just think the whole ambidextrous thing on the Gen 5s is. I think they created more problems than they solved. So
Yeah, I agree.
So Tongo, you wouldn't have by chance. How long have you known about the channel?
At least a couple years for sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only reason I entered the channel because I mean, I'm just a huge AK guy. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to have a build DVD that I sold, and that was before I had my YouTube build series. And basically, I showed you how to, with a bench vise and some angle iron and a piece of pipe, how to put a whole AK-47 together.
Wow.
And it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't a like super in-depth DVD series, but it was just enough to where if somebody was mechanically enough inclined, they could walk. It could walk you through without having all these major tools. And 90% of those that I sold went to California,
Of course.
and that was 20 years ago, ish.
Yeah, I believe it. I have personally never built one. It's just a personal choice. I think I would screw it up big time. But I mean, here in California, man, there is nowhere to go. There's no gunsmiths that are even familiar with the platform.
Oh,
You
I
know,
know.
it's, and I don't think we have any. Maybe Meridian down south is one that actually builds AKs. Um, but that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the couple of gun stores that I have gone into that aren't gun stores. They sell 80%. That's their business. Um, which that's interesting. You go into a store and it's an 80% business. It's like
Well, it's huge business here.
I was like, that's a great idea for back home. The only problem is nobody builds 80% back home because you can. It's far easier just to go in and do it yourself. But the you know, I'm sitting here talking to them people and they're like, oh no, I have no idea about AKs. Because I'm like, well, what do you guys do with when somebody, what's your AK community like around here? It's like, oh no, we don't have anybody that does AK. But it's like the AK community in California is how nationwide the AK community used to be. And it's kind of interesting. It's like everybody's ARs, right? And
Yes.
the people that are AK guys in California are how the AK guys used to be. Like they're kind of hermitish. It's kind of like a trade secret almost. It's like the one artisan of the group teaches a few others, and then a few others teach a few others, and it just kind of goes out from there. It's not something that's forcibly. It's forcibly like this, but it's more coveted information in California than it is. I get you kind of feel where I'm coming from there.
No, absolutely. I think you're right. I mean, one of the major issues that we have here is just trying to get parts kits in from anybody outside because everybody thinks they're outlawed. Everybody thinks they're this or that. I mean, especially stuff from Palmetto. Good luck with Palmetto.
Yeah. Yep.
Sending anything into California. You'll ask for a part or something and they'll refuse to ship it.
Yep. And I I understand where they're coming from. You know, they don't want to get in trouble for sending something stupid in, but it's usually the receiver that gets in trouble, not the sender. So
Right, and
I
they're
mean, I
totally
know,
illegal parts.
yeah, I know enough people that have gotten in trouble for sending pot to themselves. You know, it's the receiver that gets it, not the sender. So, not saying I know.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a 103 built, and it's been a nightmare just trying to get parts.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Tongo, you might end up having to do what I had to do to get a quality AK, is go out of state. You know, in other words, my state's a free state, but it's like I got so frustrated with Century products, I got burnt twice. Finally, I took my Century M74. It had problems, and I eventually ended up just chopping the receiver up. And that Century AK-74 was a piece of crap, but it had a perfectly good Bulgarian parts kit attached to it, and I recycled it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to have lots of help. I had to have lots of help in the assembly of it, so I made a pilgrimage partway across the United States to get it built.
Yeah.
It was well worth the effort. That
Yeah,
might
you
be
know.
what you end up doing.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea because I'm getting nowhere with a lot of parts.
So
Yeah.
you may end up just, know what you want, know where to get it, and just like, you know what, to hell with it. Just grin and bear it and, drive several hundred miles just to get it.
Yeah, not within a county's radius of California, obviously. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd always suspected that the counties where, because usually other jurisdictions, especially out of state jurisdictions, aren't too keen on other law enforcement just snooping around. And I mean, you got the whole blue code thing, but I know sheriff's departments, even in Missouri, that won't let another sheriff's department go into their county. And it's like, I mean, that's odd. I mean, but it is what it is. That's
Another thing.
That's it is the
Another
United
thing.
States of America, yes, but still.
Another thing that you can do, Tongo, if you know somebody in a free state and you see a parts kit that you want, send them the money and have them buy it, then have them ship it to you directly via UPS or FedEx. And don't write Guns Parts Kit on the box or anything, and keep your mouth shut,
Yep, I agree.
Well,
I totally agree. And
that's
most of the parts kits I've gotten before, there's usually some. Was it Our Guns was pretty good about shipping into the state. Who else?
That's where I got
Arms of
74 girl.
America. No, I never had an issue with Arms of America.
You want to hear something really sad there, Tongo?
Yeah.
One of my buddies in Michigan just bought a Russian Type 3 kit from California, just north of San Francisco.
I believe it.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry for me because I'm here and I could have got that. Oh no, I just messing with you. No, it's from my understanding, it's a pretty kit, so I can't wait to see it. And it's never gonna get built. It's one of those. It's a PLO kit. And
oh, okay.
So, yeah. Yeah. If you're on my Instagram, I posted a picture of the PLO kit that got away. You know how you're supposed to have a poker face?
Yeah.
I fainted when I pulled this thing out of the box. So, yeah, there went my poker face.
Well.
Hey, are there any more 74 kits ever going to come in? Or is that kind of a dead...
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. But when they come in, you better jump on them.
Pricey, I assume.
Well, no, just quantity wise, there's probably gonna be like 100 or 200 come in, and that's it. And at a time, and it's probably gonna be maybe 1,000, maybe coming in.
Romanian?
Unsure on that. The Romanian AIM 74s were such a low production gun. And I'm saying that tongue in cheek. There's a lot of them out there, but they've been selling them off to other countries. So,
Who would use being Ames?
Huh?
Who else would use an Ames?
Well, Africa needs to fight respectable wars, don't they?
I've never seen that.
I'm not.
No, anybody in Africa was lugging 545s.
Yeah,
Where are they going to get ammo from?
I mean, I can see North Koreans. They've got a variant. It's like an Ames.
Here's the thing. Regardless of whether it is South Africa or Central Africa or Northern Africa, regardless, those countries are giving them more for whole guns than we are for cut up guns. So that's why we are not getting them. That's why parts kits are kind of going away. Because all these third world nations are replenishing their supply of shot out AKs. And there you go. And Romania and all them countries have crates and crates and crates. Also, don't forget the 7N6 ban. That ammo went somewhere else too. So, that stuff's
So it's
still
not
there.
sitting in a warehouse.
Yeah, it's not just sitting in a warehouse, it's getting sold. And other countries are selling it and buying it, and it is what it is. If we're not buying it, although I know a guy in Israel that's got a bunch of Hugo milled kits. And yeah.
You know what? If you've got a PLO kit and you build it, you should put some Israeli furniture on it.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you, oh my goodness.
Now, here's a question. Could we get stuff from Africa or no?
Yeah, they're not banned from export. The problem is getting somebody that's reliable that's going to give it to you or actually give you what you buy. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, who do you trust in Africa again?
I don't know, the Angolans?
And keep in mind, anything that you buy surplus from Africa has been well used by some third worlder, and from what I understand, they're not very big on weapons maintenance either.
Yeah, they don't know what it is in most cases. Oil? What's that?
Yeah, rusted up AK.
Chinese
Yeah, I don't
AKs.
think Africa's a place.
Yeah. Pretty sad.
There's a lot of Chinese AKs in Africa.
Well, yeah. After they got shipped out of Afghanistan, they had to go somewhere. Or,
What else is
after they quit getting shipped to Afghanistan, they had to get shipped somewhere. That's what I should say.
I mean, what else do they use? Romanian?
Yeah,
I've seen a few Romanian.
Romanian AKs are probably the most prevalent AKs on the planet. I mean, there's a lot of Russian AKs too, but 99% of the time you see an AK out in the wild, it is either Hungarian, remarkably enough, Hungarian or Polish, or most of the time Romanian. You're more likely to see a Romanian AK out in the wild than you are any other variant. Followed by Hungarian, followed by Polish. I'll say the Hungarians exported a lot of AKs. And they were scared of their soldiers shooting them things. They give you 5 rounds to practice with, and you had to make sure you picked up all them cases.
Who, the Hungarians?
Yeah. They were
He's talking about the Budapest incident.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm talking about standard regular military. You ever wonder why the direct from Hungary AKs look like they've never been fired?
What is that?
It's because their military wouldn't let them fire anything. Occasionally, you get one with a lot of finish wear because it was carried a lot, but it's rare to see one all clapped out and used up real bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? They don't trust their soldiers, or the Hungarian AKs are junk?
They just don't trust their soldiers. I don't fucking know. Poor country. I don't know.
Hungary's a good country these days. Now I've been hearing it's a NATO ally.
NATO ally don't mean anything. Turkey, look at Turkey. They're a NATO ally and they're a piece of crap.
It's a Middle Eastern country.
No, they're not.
Turkish. Last time I checked, it's Middle Eastern.
No, it's European, but
Right in the edge of it.
yeah. But anyway, regardless, the point remains. Just because they're a NATO ally doesn't mean anything, really. It just means that they want to mooch off us. But I don't know. Yeah, Tongo, if you know anybody's that, want to talk AKs and stuff, they're more than welcome to hop in here. You can share the link with them.
Okay.
Just tell them, make sure that they hop in or, and do the introduction. Otherwise, they will be forever not a member. Because, the introduction part is, once you accept the rules. Yeah, a couple of years back, we had a falling out with another YouTuber. And I won't get into too many details, but him and his buddy, which we got back at them. But anyway, him and his buddy tried to troll the channel. So it was a good thing because we figured out how to lock all this stuff down to where the spam and everything that could have happened is at a minimum. So, yeah. But, all the sections have, like, pins in them. So if you, like, look at the pin, you can see what the section's about. It's pretty self-explanatory, but, like, there's a couple of sections where you can go in and just kind of, it's like weaponized autism. That's kind of like the 4chaner version of the board. Occasionally, we have to delete it because it gets, like, too
out there?
Yeah, too out there. And I think no, we renamed it Not Safe for Work Roundtable, but that's what we used to call weaponized autism. And that's what 4chaners are called, right? And a lot of the board, or a lot of the guys that are here are 4chaners. So if you get some weird stuff and you're just not familiar with the banter, it's 4chan stuff. But you can share cars and planes and trains. We don't have to talk about guns all the time. So it's just one of those things where, we come here, we hang out. And although the Friday hangout, we had it on Thursday, but it just became a pain in the butt for everybody. So we moved it to Friday. The Friday hangout happens whether I'm here or not. And, it's usually like 8:30 Central. So, about 6:30 California time. So, I mean, if you're in here and you see somebody in a voice channel, go ahead, drop in. And since you're a patron, you've got more access to more voice channels and more rooms than a lot of other people. And you have more features than a lot of other people. So just, like you've got emojis and stuff like that you can use and stuff like that. And there's some stuff that I've been working on to kind of make the board a little bit more less eye bleedy. It's like you look through the sections and you're like, oh my goodness, there's a lot here. Yeah, there's a lot. But
no, it's all good, man. So far I enjoy it.
As far as the friends of Zeke Shoots, those are approved people that, I shouldn't say it that way, like friends of the channel, people that have helped the channel out in the past, they're there. Like,
Okay.
if somebody has a section, they've helped out the channel, or they've been a contributor here on the Discord, or what have you. They're a friend. So you can support them, and they, yeah. So it is what it is. There's a lot going on.
Okay.
And you can post freely wherever you want. And if you have any questions, feel free. And I'm 100% positive a lot of people want to learn about California. And mentioning California, it's like talking about California like we had been for the most part during this. I think I want to do something special for California. Kind of when I get back home, I might do I was joking around about a California shirt. I think I will make a California tour shirt. I think that'd be cool.
I actually have an idea. I have an idea, Zeke.
I'll send one to you, Tongo, and then you can tell your friends about it. How cool
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely. And you know what? Same here. If you guys ever need anything from California or information or anything, I still got friends everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, heck yeah.
Tongue.
I had an idea for a T-shirt, Zeke.
What's that?
So the state of the California state is actually kind of curved like a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that you have the actual shape of the state, but you actually have the ribbed features of a magazine.
It's jammed into an AK rifle. That's a good idea.
Yeah. That, or just it's a magazine of an AK.
Tongo.
Yes.
How long ago did you retire?
I retired 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's fairly recent.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I don't know what agency you were with, but I was curious. From your experience, what's the general attitude of law enforcement where you worked toward California's gun laws?
You had some of the older guys, and you know what? I'll put it out here. Who I worked for. I worked for the California Department of Justice as a special agent. And I did work the Firearms Bureau for 6 years, which meant in charge of enforcing these dumb laws. There was like a division there. There was the old school guys who didn't care what good people had, and I can honestly say I never arrested a good person for any stupid violations of these stupid laws. Now you had another, how should I say it, section or I called it the Nazis that would arrest you for anything, any little violation. So, yeah, it all depends who you got, basically.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends who you got.
Yeah.
Some people take their oaths seriously. Others just want a paycheck.
Right. And my biggest beef with especially some of the young guys coming into the profession is they don't exercise their discretion.
Mm-hmm.
There's real bad people you treat bad, and then there's good people you treat good.
Yeah.
And some of the newer guys just don't get it.
Yep. You're there to protect the sanctity of civilization, not destroy it.
And yes, I did participate in some of the enforcement details with gun shows in other states along the California border. And I can honestly say is that I never, ever had a case there because I just ignored everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're dumb enough to pay you the money, go for it. You're just driving around.
You know what? I always said, if you're not a felon, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how I would be if I were a beat cop. I was an MP in my state's defense force, but I've done some work as a security contractor for the DOD. But my opinion is, if I had someone pulled over for some traffic infraction, say like, fortunately I live in what I call a free state, but if it wasn't, and I see something in somebody's back seat and it shouldn't be there, and I would be like I'd be like, throw your coat over the back seat.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your ticket for going 10 miles over. Have a nice day and just walk off.
Yep. That's what I did.
My leg's twitching now.
All right, great. Hey, Tongo, okay, add some.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
As far as these gun laws, I mean, don't you agree it's a contradiction to those who actually fought and died for those rights, as far as the Second Amendment goes, like our service members?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a dishonor in my eyes now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like they're absurd. They are totally absurd.
And that's what we get with these legislators and all these bureaucrats are doing this stuff. It's like they don't consider that.
They do.
Right.
They do. They just, it takes somebody with a soul to understand what we understand. And some people have given their soul up long ago to pursue a name in a history book. Well, let's just put it this way. AOC, I'm positive, doesn't care about anybody. She clearly doesn't care about her grandma, or she would have done something about her grandma, having a leak in her roof.
Donkey mouth girl.
Anyway, you have to sell your soul in order to be like that. And, everybody can say, oh, it's Democrats this, Democrats that. It's not just the Democrats. Republicans do it too.
Republicans too.
I mean, you look at everybody's like, all right, we're going to get the suppressors law passed. It's going to be great. And them assholes didn't do a fucking thing. Not one thing. They chose to obstruct everything that they could. So,
the hearing protection. The Hearing Protection Act went to Mitch McConnell's desk to die.
Yeah.
It made it through the House, and it never made it to the Senate floor because Mitch McConnell sat on it.
Yeah.
Well,
so if people think that those people are going to save us, they are fully delusional as well. I mean, if you're in Congress, or if you're, a senator or whatever, and you're there for more than a term or two, you've been there far too long. It's ridiculous. These people are bought and paid for. They get insider trading, and if it Martha Stewart, they put an ankle bracelet around her and she's a felon. And, if it's Harry Reid, he gets a pat on the back saying, oh, good trade, you're a millionaire. Or Dianne Feinstein, she's like, oh, I've got more money, so my hunch can be a little bit bigger. It's just these people aren't out here for us, and the sooner that people realize that, the better off we're gonna be.
Well, it's the same thing with Trump. Like, they think, oh, he's going to come back and take back the White House, and I'm like, guys, Trump's long gone. He just screwed us over many times before, right?
No, I don't think Trump's long gone, but the point of that is people elected him thinking he was a Republican. He's not a Republican. However, it's really interesting. You knew what was going on in the White House. You knew it. When Trump was in, you knew what was going on. Now you don't hear a thing. And that's concerning to me. So
It's like I try to tell these Trump worshipers, and I'm not anti-Trump, but I believe in calling a spade a spade.
mhm.
And I say this every time we talk. When Trump was president for the first half of his administration, his party had the House, it had the Senate. If they really wanted to, they could have crushed Russia overnight.
Yep.
You know, they could
they chose
all of these obstructionist things. They could have crushed it all overnight, and they chose not to do it. So the next election in 2024, let's just say like to get Trump back in office, and there's a Republican House and a Republican Senate again. What would lead me or anyone else to believe anything would be any different?
Yep.
Some sort of miracle. And it's slim. That's how bad this miracle would have to be. It's slim.
Yep.
And that's why I said in my last video, the Republic is dead, and there isn't there until people are willing to take more direct action to get their Republic back. It's gone. It's done. Stick a fork in it.
Yep.
I agree.
Unfortunately. All right, guys. I'm not closing this out for real, but I just looked at the recording time, and we are at 2 hours 20 minutes, 2 hours 21 minutes. So I'm going to casually close out this recording. So anyway, if you guys are watching or listening, anyway, guys, you just sit tight. I'll close this out and then I'll be back. But anyway, guys, those of you in the viewing audience, thank you for hanging out and listening to us babble and talk about all sorts of crazy things. And, you know, yeah, anyway, if you'd like to be a part of this, definitely join the Discord. The Discord server link is in, well, the top left of the screen. It is also in the description of this video. And give it a second and we'll scroll through all of the patrons and subscribe star members and people who have contributed to the channel. Big thanks to the Sportsman's Guide. They're a big contributor to the channel. Shooting Sports QC and Recreator Blanks. Also Riley Defense. They have been very generous to the channel as well. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment in this comment section below. Since this is on Zeke Shoots Live, I'm going to direct you to my main channel, which is the regular Zeke Shoots show. Just head down in the description and go to my main channel. Anyway, guys, if you want to be a part of one of these hangouts and you feel like you can keep it together, by all means, we have these every Friday, and occasionally we do record them. We try to let people know as they come in that it's being recorded. So anyway, guys, until next time, you have a good night and enjoy your 2 hours and 20 minutes of listening to us.